Hey, and welcome to Jesus with Josie. Thanks for tuning in. I've got something really cool to share with you guys today. So a little background on me and my walk with God. When I got radically saved and encountered Jesus, I just focused on learning about Him, really focused on the love of God because I never knew the love of God. And so for years and years, I just focused on learning about Him, who He is, who He says that I am, and just sharing that with others. So that's my history. I was never interested in end times, was never really interested in prophecy and that sort of thing. I think it's cool, but my focus has just always been on the love of God. So at the end of 2021, He gave me a dream about the rapture. Now, He does speak to me in dreams. He speaks to a lot of people in dreams. It's biblical. And He's given me dreams and warnings for other people that's verifiable, things that have happened, that have come to pass. So there's a difference between when God gives us a dream and then just a normal dream of things that are just floating around in our soul and our mind. And this was definitely a God dream. So in this dream, I was walking out of the grocery store and it was at night. And the sky just had a very eerie look, and I could feel the eeriness of this, and I'm not sure if that's a real word, but I just used it. But I just knew, I was like, all right, get in the car and go home now. Something terrible is about to happen. I wanted to seek shelter. I wanted to get to safety. So as I walked to my car, it appeared that the moon just fell out of the sky. The stars fell out of the sky. And there was like a rumble and a shaking, and people were screaming, people were running. There was just terror in the air. You could hear it in people's voices. And everybody was like fleeing for cover. They were running to the hills. They were hiding under their cars. And I could just feel the devastation of all this, the hopelessness. There was a knowing that Jesus is coming back right now, and there's nothing we can do. These people do not know Him. They're left behind. So I got to feel all of that, just the hopelessness, the fear, the panic. It was the worst feeling of not being able to help anyone, not being able to save anyone, not being able to save myself. There was nothing that we could do about this. And out of every scary movie I've ever seen in my life, which I don't even like watching those anymore, but this by far exceeded it by 1,000,000. Imagine like the moon and the stars falling out of the sky and the heavens shaking. So at this point, I really had no reference of the scripture and what it says about it. But about 2 months after this dream, I just came across Matthew 24, and it says, "The sun will be darkened, the moon will give no light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the powers in the heavens will be shaken." And this chapter is about the return, and Jesus is telling them about the future and what it's going to be like before His return, and then what's going to happen when He returns. So when I read that like 2 months later, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is what I experienced. This is what He showed me. He's coming back, and Jesus has fulfilled every prophecy about His birth, about His life, about His death. So many of these prophecies have been fulfilled. The only ones that have not been fulfilled are His return. We're seeing more and more of them being fulfilled now. So I just want to share this to say, hey, it's coming. It's sooner than I believe that we're all thinking that it's going to be. He's given a lot of these people rapture dreams now. And rapture just means caught up. A lot of people say, hey, the word rapture is not in the Bible. Well, it means caught up. And caught up is in the Bible. So let's not get in arguments over words. But just know that He is faithful. He is true. If He said it, He's going to do it. And just like He came, just like He lived a life of miracles and showed us that He was the Son of God and rose from the dead, He is going to come back just like He said that He is. So I didn't ask for this dream, but He gave it to me. So I want to share with all of you. Get ready, turn to Him, live for Him, receive His love, and be ready when He comes, because He's coming soon. This is Jesus with Josie. You guys be blessed.